I never thought I would be in a relationship that violent, and I certainly never thought I'd be living in a domestic violence shelter. For me, it took an attempt on my life to leave. It doesn't have to take that long.
My sister got involved with a guy when she was very young, 18 years old, and she got married to him. She ended up getting pregnant, and she was only with him for about 7 months. He abused her physically, extremely bad, to the point where she almost lost her child. She realized, okay, my child's more important, so she did leave the relationship. But she experienced another 2 years of abuse by him, just constant harassment and abuse, until she finally had to move away from the state to get away from him.
It's weird, it's like insidious, you know? It just starts slowly, like maybe with a few nasty remarks or insults. And then sooner or later they lose their temper, and you're the closest thing to a punching bag.
On average, a woman will leave anywhere from 7 to 10 times before they leave for good. And it's because every time they leave, they don't have everything they need to be able to support themselves and their children.
One in 2 women will be a victim of some sort of domestic or sexual violence in their lifetime. And, you know, I have 2 daughters, so that statistic just freaks me out.
1,200 women went to the crisis center just this past year.
If you live in a comfortable neighborhood somewhere and the statistic was that half of your neighbors had been robbed, you'd be very aware of that.
This is all about life and death. And we can wait until we're seeing people die, or we can intervene while people are still alive. The reality is that in America we raise our criminals at home. And the vast majority of people that we lock up in this country for all crimes came out of homes with some mix of child abuse and domestic violence and/or drugs and alcohol.
We need to stop it. We need to make those numbers go down. We need to let people feel safe in their homes.
I'm absolutely convinced that the Crisis Center is the place, is the foundation upon which to build a social change movement here that will change the world for families.
The Crisis Center does so much with so little. They really work on a shoestring budget, and they staff a hotline, and they have advocates that will help with the legal system or for medical visits. There's the shelter. There's just so much to do with so little. So I think any monetary support is greatly appreciated. I would love to see the Crisis Center be able to go out and do more education, particularly in the schools.
But it seemed like every time I left, I didn't have anywhere to go where people would help me or understand what I was going through.
If a friend or loved one discloses some type of violence, is number one, say, I believe you. Number one thing, I believe you. Because a lot of times victims aren't believed.
So as a man, I feel like I have a kind of important role in trying to prevent and trying to help those who have been affected by domestic violence and sexual assault.
There's no more excuses, no more need to sweep things under the rug.
They do still need to know that someone's there and will reach out a hand and help them up.
We need to get the word out of that this is going on here. And this is not a them problem. This is an us problem.
You don't have to put up with the violence. You don't have to put up with the degradation. You're worth more than that.